Hey, mathletes. This week we are talking about PEMDAS properties and powers. We have one page on properties. Up top, a little bit of a reminder of what our different properties are. So associative, we talk about it as our associates. We can change the grouping and it doesn't affect the answer. Commutative, think of commuters. The order doesn't matter. We can change the order. We can commute the numbers around. Distributive, you can distribute the amount specifically with multiplication. And then identity is the number keeps its identity. Think of it as a mirror. So our first one is going to be distributive. Notice how instead of doing 7 times 5 plus 9, we break it up. So we have 7 times 5 and 7 times 9, adding them together. Our next one is commutative. We change the order and it doesn't change the amount. 7 times 4 is the same as 4 times 7. Over here, we have associative. We're grouping different sets, but it doesn't matter what we do. We still get the same because with adding, we can change how we're doing them and we're still getting the same answer. So 9 plus 3 and then adding 4 is the same as 3 plus 4 and then adding 9. This is going to be identity. The number stays the same. This is going to be commutative. We change the order and it doesn't change the value. And then this last one again is identity. If you have any questions on these, please bring them with you to class. If you are ready to jump into the PEMDAS and powers, hang tight, because here we go. All right, sweet faces, I'm going to do my best to write these out as we go through them, but I'm also going to talk about them as we go. So remember, we start with parentheses, then exponents, multiply and divide, add and subtract. You guys are professionals about these at this point, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Starting with our parentheses, 16 and 6 is 22. Bring down the multiplication sign, 12 and 6 is 18, plus 5 squared. Then we would do our exponent, which is 25. Bring it on down. 22 times 18 is 396. Add 25, 421 is our final. Coming over here, 10 plus 30 is 40. 40 take away 4 is 36. At that point, we can drop our parentheses. 4 squared is 16. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 plus 16 leaves us with 25. Down here, we have 8 times 8 is 64, plus 25 for our 5 squared. 64 plus 25 gives us 89. Drop the parentheses at that point. 9 times 89 is 801 plus 6 gives us a final of 807. 11 take away 6 is 7. Or I'm sorry, 11 take away 4 is 7. Bring down our exponent. 15 plus 16 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is 8. Bring the 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. 7 squared is 49. 49 plus 23 is 72. 8 plus 2 is 10. Bring your exponent. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 10 squared is 100. Add 8 is 108. 5 squared is 25. 15 plus 60 is 75. Still within our parentheses, 28 minus 3 is 25. 75 minus 25 is 50. Divided by 25 gives us 2. That's the end of page 2. If you have any questions, please bring them with you to class. Moving on to our next page, still living in the land of PEMDAS. Watch your order. 21 take away 2 is 19. Multiplication, 12 minus 6 is 6, minus 9 squared. 9 squared is 81. 19 times 6 is 114. Minus 81 gives us 33. Over here we have 2 squared is 4. Keep your parentheses because we haven't completed them yet. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 take away 4 is 28. Bring it on down. 8 times 28 is 224. Minus 8 leaves us with 216. Over here, parentheses is our start. 11 plus 32 is 42. 42 take away 6 is 36. 3 squared is 9. 36 divided by 9 is 4. 4 minus 9 gives us -5. 8 plus 8 is 26 times 14 minus 4 is 10 minus 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 26 times 10 is 260 minus 4 is 256. Last set for this page. 15 plus 27 is 42. Bring it on down. 42 minus 2 is 40. Divided by 20 minus 4. 40 divided by 20 is 2 minus 4 is -2. Over here we have 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. Minus 4 squared is 16. Bring everything with you. 30 minus 16 is 14. Bring everything else down. 8 times 14 is 112 plus 5 gives us 117. If you have any questions on page 3, please bring them with you to class. Otherwise, hang tight because page 4 is here. All right, loves. 10 minus 2 is 8. Bring your square. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 14 plus 5 in our parentheses is 19. 8 squared, 8 times 8 is 64. Add these together, we get 83. 4 squared is 16 minus 9 plus 39 is 48. Divided by -2 plus 4 is +2. 48 take away 16 gives me 32. Divided by 2 gives me 16. Double parentheses, so be careful with this one. 10 minus 2 is 8. Squared plus 5. 8 squared is 64 plus 5. 69 plus 2 minus 16. 69 plus 2 is 71 minus 16 is 55. Over here, double parentheses, watch the layers. 5 plus 3 is 8. That's where our squared goes. 8 squared, 8 times 8 is 64, times 10 is still within our parentheses. 64 times 10 is 640. Last step, 8 plus 640 is 648, minus 6 is 642. Layered parentheses, 9 minus 3 is 6. Bring your square. Plus 2, bring it on down. 6 squared is 36. Plus 2. 2 plus 36 is 38. Last layer, 9 plus 38 minus 7 is 40. All right, 8 divided by 4 is 2. Watch your parentheses on this one. 32 plus 2 is 34. 7 squared is 49. And then 49 plus 34, 3 squared is 9. Oh, I said 32. This is 3 squared. This is 9. Hold on. Rewind. Couldn't read my own writing. Okay. Refresh. 2 plus 3 squared is 2 plus 9. There we go. That makes more sense. 2 plus 9 is 11. Plus 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 3 squared. 49 plus 11. 60 plus 3 squared, which is 9, is 69. There we go. That makes sense. All right, kiddos, last page of PEMDAS. And as always, if you have questions, please bring them with you to class. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Square comes with that. 11 plus 6 is 17 plus 5 squared. 5 squared is 25 plus 17. That's in our parentheses. So we end up with 25 plus 17 plus 25. 17 and 25 and 25. 25 and 25 is 50. Add 17 is 67. Up here we have 7 plus 7 is 24. 15 divided by 5 is 3. Square holds on. That's in the parentheses. 3 squared is 9 plus 24. 24 plus 9 is Brain just stopped working there. 33. There we go. Add it all together, we have 58. 8 divided by 2 is 4, plus 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16, minus 3 squared is 9. 4 plus 9 is 13, plus 16. That's still in our parentheses, so we need to finish that off. We're left with 29. Take away 9 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 18 minus 4 is 14. Don't forget the square stays with that. 5 squared is 25, plus 14. Still need to do that before we multiply it by the 25. 14 plus 25 is 39. 39 times 25 is 975. Last two. 6 and 3 is 9. Square is attached to that. Plus 7 minus 11 plus 3 squared. 9 squared is 81 plus 7. That gives us 88. 3 squared is 9. 88 minus 11 is 77. Plus 9 is 86. Last one, 18 divided by 9 is 2. Squared comes with that. 11 plus 5 is 16. Times 3 squared is 9. 16 times 9 is 144. Plus 2 squared is 4. Gives us 148. That brings us to the end of our homework for this week. Please bring any questions with you to class.